welcome to Day-to-Day Ray with me, your girl Ray Ray. So today's video, I'm going to be jumping on a bandwagon. Deadpool. We love Deadpool in this house, and everybody in my house has been playing Fortnite. I stick with Roblox because I can't play with a controller. I grew up a gaming kid. Like, believe it or not, I follow a lot of gamers and I love watching Let's Plays and stuff like that. But ever since like Nintendo and Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis and stuff like that, when all you had was like the little D-pad, the directional pads, even PlayStation, when PlayStation was in its simpler times, I was good with PlayStation. Like, I can do PlayStation. Really, Tigger? Oh, that's Binky's. Binky's. Shh. But like with the Xbox, and you have to use only just the joysticks. This was like before joysticks time. I was good, but then once they added them joysticks, and then that's like the only way that you can move, I can't. I can't. It's all of a sudden too much of a sensory thing or something, and I can't do it. So I try to play on my computer. I just stick with Roblox. It's easy. It's relaxing. I get a trip out of some of the comment sections, but I usually play Tycoons. I've actually stuck on Ninja Legends. I've been playing that for months now. I'm determined to get every single rank. I'm determined to get every single sword. I already have every single what are the little stars that you throw or whatever, but I'm already up to like, I only have 3 more ranks to go, but then they have like power ranks, and I don't know. If you don't play Roblox, you don't understand. So I'm stuck on Ninja Legends. But like I said, everybody in my house right now, they're playing Fortnite. So right now they're having a huge event in Fortnite with Deadpool. So today I'm going to be making some cupcake toppers because I have a whole bunch of cupcakes. And I'm going to be making some Fortnite Deadpool cupcakes because why not? Alright guys, so I think I'm just going to do some try to do basic fun ones, and we'll see where it takes us. Alright guys, let's get going. Okay, so the first cupcake topper is easy peasy. All you need is red, black, and white, and you need 3 circle cutters. If you have one that's close in size like I have here, just trim the middle up so that way that the red comes through in between them, and you can really get like his mask in his face. And then the next color, when you do the white, when I did mine, I realized that my white was too big. The circle was too big. So I went for a different circle, and I actually just went and grabbed a piping tip because I wanted his eyes like slanted a little bit. So I went and got a cookie cutter to handle that. Okay, next we're moving on to Deadpool's glider. This is what they throw out when you jump out of the bus. So I'm just taking some white fondant and I'm cutting out my background and my llama. Now I'm kind of cheating this way because I do have the JB cutter, llama cutter. I also have the Cuddle Team Leader and the chest. So I have a couple cutter sets. So what I'm doing right now is I not only cut it out in white, but I am cutting it out in red because if you look at the llama has a red mask on its face. So I just cut the llama out, and now I am just cutting to where the mask is going to sit. And I'm also using the indentations from the cutter, like what the cutter makes. So now I'm just putting that on top, and I'm just smoothing the sides down so it's nice and smooth, and it kind of covers the white on the side. Moving on, I'm now going to take some black, and I'm going to make like kind kind of like a cat eye shape. As you see, I'm referencing to the picture on my iPad just to kind of get an idea, get like a rough shape, and that's going to be the eye, and then I'm putting the white spot in the middle, and then I am going to roll a very thin skinny snake out to also go around the outside of the eye, because if you look at the picture, it kind of looks like it has like an edge on the outside. So then I'm going to wrap that around and then cut it. Ta-da! And now I'm going to take my edible marker and just put the little pupil inside of the eye. And now I'm taking some yellow fondant, and I have this unicorn mold, and I really just need the horn because, as you saw, the llama has a unicorn. So I like to use a yellow because if I'm going to be painting it gold, I want that yellow base. So I'm just cutting it and I'm measuring it, making sure it's on the right slant and making sure it's like tall enough and it's going to go where I need it to. So now I'm just going to take my Americolor gold airbrush color, and I'm just going to paint the horn. It's really nice because when you use that yellow fondant, it always ends up being like a really nice gold. So now I'm taking my gold luster dust or gold pearl dust, and I'm just spritzing it while the paint is wet or while the gold is wet, and just put that sparkle on. I'm also taking my pink pearl dust, and I did the ears because the inside of the ears were pink. And then I decided to take some blue diamond dust just to make it sparkly, and I'm going around the outer edge of the cupcake topper. Now we're just going to add the little llama on the top. Make sure you put your water down so it stays in place. And we are good to go. So now I'm taking some hot pink fondant because, as you saw, it also had some rainbow color hair. I'm just going to stick with the pink, and then I'm putting its little bangs, I guess you would call it, on the top. And then I'm gonna kind of lift, as you see, I'm like cutting it because if you look at the picture, it looks as if it's going in between the ears. So I am gonna lift the llama up a little bit and slide some of the hair underneath of it just to kind of make it look like it's flowing in between the ears. So now we're going to put the horn on, which works out because the hair is going to hold the horn up, so no worries about it falling. And then I'm going to roll out another really small skinny snake, and that's going to go around the base of the horn because if you look at the picture, it looks like it's popping out of the white mask and it's like rolled down around the horn. So now using a black edible marker, I'm just coloring in the mouth and making the two nostrils. I figured instead of fondant, this would be a little bit easier. Okay, moving on to another easy mode one. I'm making the taco banner that is on the yacht that apparently Deadpool stole from the cat guy. I forgot his name. Don't come for me. This is pretty easy mode. I did a black background, and I'm just trying to paint it with white food coloring and vodka mix. And I'm trying to do it exactly how it's written on the flag. And I'm doing it all in white first. Because I did use a lot of vodka, the food coloring is drying pretty quickly, and I'm just kind of going over it a couple of times. So for now, I'm just going to sit this off to the side and let it dry before we add anything else to it. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the Deadpool Harvester / axe, pickaxe, whatever you want to call it. I decided to do the black one. I figured that one would be a little bit more easier. I'm actually using the Rosanna Pansino from Nerdy Nummies. I'm actually using her gem mold because it kind of has the shape that I want on the edges. So right now I'm just working on the middle piece that's gonna hold the two end pieces together. So now I'm taking some black fondant and I'm just pushing it in that mold. Again, I really just want the shape that I get, and I'm just trying to make it as even Stevens as possible and get it nice and flat and just kind of working in there. Now I'm taking my little tool and I'm just kind of chopping it. Now I wanted to do the little pointy things on the end, and I actually tried to take a pair of tweezers and try to pinch them, but it was not happening. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna leave them as is. So I just popped them out of the mold. And then on the side, well, first I'm going to cut out the background, which is going to be red. But then on the side, it has a little Deadpool icon. So I'm just simply going to take a little red plunger, and I did the circle for the Deadpool face. Now this took a little bit of time to make, which is the handle to the pickaxe slash harvester, because it's a little thicker at the bottom and it's like more square. And then I'm taking my little tool and just putting like some wood grain look into it. There's my son here, he comes to supervise. He's been checking in with me this whole time. So now I'm taking some black powdered food coloring and I'm giving it that like dirty look, that worn look, so you can really see like the wood grain and stuff like that. So now I'm taking my black edible marker again, and now I'm just painting Deadpool's eyes on there, and then I'm gluing the bits and bobs of the harvester onto like the middle bit. So this is like this pointy sides, and then this part is where the handle meets the top of the pickaxe, and then I just kind of like rolled some black and was trying to get it to go in there because you want it to look like it's like sliding in there. So I was just working on the little black piece that goes on the top of the handle that connects it, the black part, to the handle, if that makes any kind of sense. And then as you saw, I made my handle a little bit too long, so I just trimmed it up, not a big deal, and I just slid it on in there. And then I was gonna pick it up, but then I was like, oh, I didn't glue my bits and pieces onto the back of the cupcake topper. Silly me. So then I was just trying to work on it, and the handle kept kind of like going a little limp, but it'd be all right. So now I'm just taking some of that leftover white food coloring and putting the pupils in Deadpool's eyes. Now we're going back to the tacos. I took some of my red airbrush color because, again, the airbrush color already has the alcohol content in it. And I'm just going over the white. I could not paint the red on top of the black because obviously you would not be able to see it. So that's why I did the whole thing in white first. And now I'm just going over the white with the red, the letters that need to be red. And since we are all in the house and I don't have anybody to give these cupcakes to, I got some sugar-free frosting. And these are the keto cupcakes that I made in a couple videos ago. And I figured one for me, one for my husband, one for my son, and one for my roommate. So just 4, that's why we only did 4 cupcake toppers. And now I'm just adding the cupcake toppers on, and there you go. Ta-da! Alright guys, so that is going to wrap it up for our Deadpool cupcakes from Fortnite. These were kind of easy to make. The Deadpool one, this one of course, was the easiest to make, super simple. This was fairly easy considering I had the cookie cutters. Again, if you want to get the cookie cutters, go to jbcutters.com. They have so many cookie cutters for TV shows, cartoons, everything. I get a lot of my cookie cutters from there. I have to say the harvesters, the tacos one, which if you saw, I cracked when I put it on. The tacos one was fairly easy as well. The harvester was a little hard to do, but I got it done. Alright guys, so if you have a Fortnite player in your life, like I said, a lot of people have picked it up. I know my roommate, she's been playing for like the whole past week. My husband, of course, we all know he's been a big Fortniter. My son, of course, my son's been like coming in and peeping how I've been making them, and he's like, oh, you know, so he's really into it. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed these cupcakes. It was just something fun just to kind of get a break from the norm. I do have plans to do 2 more Easter videos. I have a little Easter bunny cake I'm going to make, and there was something else I wanted to make, but I forget now what it was. Or Easter cupcake topper. So I do have some stuff planned. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. And remember to please be kind, because you don't know what kind of battle someone's going through, so don't be a dick. Alright guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.